Well, good morning from the Oklahoma Video Studio. Dave Morris alongside Mike Knopp, Executive Director of the Oklahoma City Boathouse Foundation. And Mike, another week, another cool thing brewing. But first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
It was your birthday weekend, I believe.
It was a birthday weekend, yeah. It was yesterday. It was a great day.
Cool. Well, happy birthday. And one of the things we're going to talk about this week is some of the footage you see looping behind us. The Velo Solutions Pumptrack broke ground, I guess, recently, and the shovels are moving, and what we see behind us is what will eventually be the newest toy in your playground.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool toy. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. It's something we've been working on for some time, and we were able to get it going a little bit sooner than we had thought, because the company, Velo Solutions, that builds these, they're really renowned worldwide for developing these very specific kinds of tracks. There's only two other like it in the country.
In fact, what we're seeing there is the footage from New York City.
New York City, yes. And they had an opening in their schedule, and we thought, well, let's try to make it happen. And what it'll do is it just adds a whole nother dimension to our venue, with as far as being just having a really world-class bike feature. What's cool about it is it's really a park for wheels. I mean, it's not just bikes; it's longboards and scooters, and anything that's non-motorized, people can go and have fun.
Is this something you will do, Mike? Are you going to?
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I got to do everything out there.
I like that response. Well, of course I'm going to do that, Dave. Why not? And this is sort of, I don't think we're to this stage where we're putting down vests of grass yet, but this is kind of a look at what they did in New York City, and this is what will be happening in Oklahoma City over the next few weeks, right?
These guys are really, it's amazing how they sculpt the land to make these tracks, and then they're going to be laying asphalt, and they actually do this by hand, and that's going to be going on all week, this week, of course, in the heat, so that'll be a lot of fun.
There is that.
Yes, but so we expect this will be open here pretty soon, here within the next couple of weeks.
So you think this summer people will be able to enjoy this?
People will be able to enjoy that, and what a great compliment! Right now, when you're standing in the Whitewater Center and you're looking to the north, you'll see that track. So it's just a really neat way to activate that part of the venue. And this is also brought to us and made part. We're able to make this happen because of a Trails grant we received, and I want to thank the State Department of Tourism for helping us with this. It's a federal Trails grant, and it's really a wonderful, innovative asset that we're going to have here in Oklahoma City. That, yet again, it'll be something people come here for.
You mentioned the crews behind this, Velo Solution, and a guy named Claudio Calori, and my apologies, Claudio, if I've completely butchered your name. They're kind of rock stars in this field.
Well, they are. I mean, they build these again all over the world. If you go to their Facebook page or their website, in fact, folks involved Claudio, they're just renowned for their own abilities and what they've done with these sports, with mountain biking, and mountain biking is really, I think, something that he has become world famous for, but also all the different things you can do on these tracks, I think, are going to attract a lot of different types of people, not just athletes, but it's really for everyone. But we can have competitions here because of the way our track is designed.
Now let's talk about that real fast. You mentioned it has the ability to have two simultaneous tracks or one longer track.
Yeah, it was really a creative way to put together this course. They created a track that kind of looks like there's a mirror image of the track side by side. And so what that means is you can have a race, and there's sensors in the asphalt, and you can have a chip, and it'll time your race and so that gives you a way to continue to improve your time. But then also you could just do the whole track, and it makes for a really long experience. And that way we can do a lot of different things, like we can have part of the track set aside for small kids, or we can do one long track for people, or we can have races. And so a lot of variety will come with this development.
Now, we saw in the clip there from Velo Solutions some design in the asphalt. Is that something that's planned here?
Yeah, there's a real artistic aspect to this. I mean, just in the way these guys put this track together, I mean, really it really is a beautiful development when it's complete. One element, though, is the art, and it's where they can actually, there's artists that actually can do their art on the track surface itself. And you can see in New York City, how that's something that has become a big part of their track. And we already are thinking of designs and what we'd like to see on our track.
That really would give it some added character.
Yeah.
Okay, last question for you on this location. You mentioned it'll be to the north.
Yes, it's just to the north of Riversports Rapids. So when you're standing in Riversports Rapids and you look over our Adventure Channel on the bridge, you'll see it there. So a really nice spot for it. We have a lot of ideas in mind of how we can expand the venue, the bike aspect with mountain bike trails and other features that will come off of this track. But this will create a real hub for biking and longboarding right there. In fact, one of the things that Velo Solutions also does is they have what they call the Skateboard Supercross, which is a camp for kids. But then they also have big national championships with longboards. So being that we're one of 3 venues in the country right now, I'm sure we're going to see some of that.
Chances are you'll get in the mix there.
Get in the mix of that. So yeah, pretty fun.
All right, so the Velo Solutions pump track will be coming online later this summer out at Riversport Adventure Park. Speaking of championships, you have the national championships moving over to the water side of things coming up.
We are. We do. We have here in just a couple of weeks, we have the USA Canoe Kayak National Championship for both sprint, so on our river, and on whitewater. So, and the age group nationals for slalom. So, it's really cool about our venue is we can do both side by side simultaneously. First time that's been able to be done in the U.S. And so it really will be a cool thing for people to come see. And again, when you come out, you don't have to just sit around and watch. You can get involved and go rafting at the same time as the racing is going on the river.
Very good. That's the national championships coming up later this year at Riversport Adventure Park. Something that's about to finish up, but something that actually goes towards supporting Olympic athletes, the Founders Pass.
Yes. Founders Pass is something we came up with to coincide with the opening of Riversports Rapids. It was a way for people to get involved and be considered a founder and have their name forever emblazoned at our orientation pavilion building. And so what's great about it is you get some benefits and passes and whatnot, but more importantly, you're supporting a great cause. And we're a nonprofit organization, and so of course it's tax deductible, but we are supporting this Olympic movement and getting these athletes that come to Oklahoma City a chance to pursue their Olympic dream here on the river and soon in the whitewater course. And so supporting the Founders Pass initiative helps us provide more opportunities for these athletes. And it's something that will be ending here shortly, here in August. So we do have a final chance to do that. And there's a single and a family version. There's a lifetime pass option. So if you see yourself using the Whitewater Center for a long time, it really makes sense. So, and then we also have a corporate version. So if your company wants to be involved and support this initiative, with the Olympics right around the corner, I think it's a really cool thing to get involved with.
All right, more information on that on their website at riversportokc.org. This Friday, the floating films return?
They do return, and our most popular one to date has been Jaws. So this weekend is Jaws 2.
Very cool. That's Friday night, Jaws 2, the floating films. Also saw that you posted a YouTube clip, about 15 seconds or so, of some tubing going on out there, so people could float if they want to watch the floating films.
Yes, absolutely. Tubing's been a big hit, and when you come to the floating films, we give you a tube or a raft, and before the movie, we'll have the tubing channel going, so you can come do some tubing and then go watch the movie. But you can see it's not a lazy river, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and with the temperatures like this, that looks like a lot of fun. He's Mike Knopp, Executive Director of the Oklahoma City Boathouse Foundation. Again, more information can be found at riversportokc.org. Happy birthday again, and thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.